So we see right here, this situation is extremely common when it comes to public transportation, whether it's a bus or a train. You will have an individual, whether they're older, like in this case, or younger, who will run up to the bus or the train just as it's starting to pull away from the stop. The stop has already been serviced and the bus is leaving or the train is leaving, and they start hitting on the windows and they're like, hey, wait for me. So I am an actual transit bus driver in Sacramento, California, and I figured I'd give some commentary on this situation. Most people perceive this as, in this case, since it's a bus driver and it's a bus, but the bus kind of looks like a van, but it's a bus. People perceive this as the bus driver is being a rude jerk. And side note, there are some bus drivers out there that are rude jerks. And they will leave people just because they are rude jerks. But in this particular case, it appears that the bus stop has already been serviced, and this older gentleman unfortunately arrived at the bus stop as the bus was starting to pull away from the stop. And since transit buses are generally serving a lot of people, like look at all these seats behind me. A lot of seats back here.
Nobody cares.
Once they have served the stop and boarded people and allowed people to exit, they have to move on to the next stop and keep the route moving. So you can't keep stopping and stopping and stopping. Somebody's 2 blocks away, stop. Gotta try and keep it going. But it is good customer service when a driver can stop and let somebody on if they see someone. Sometimes by the time they see the person, they're already pulling into traffic and they need to just keep that momentum going of pulling into traffic. So there's a lot of nuances with this situation. I know some people are like, no, you always stop. If there's anyone anywhere in the vicinity of the bus, you stop. Just stop the bus. And it's like, it just doesn't always work out that way. Let's see what happens next.
I'm not sure I'm interested in that.
Okay, this is something that you should never ever do, but it does happen. Do not pull your vehicle, whether it's a motorcycle, van, truck, car. Don't pull in front of a moving bus to stop the bus. Unless maybe it's an emergency or something, but under normal conditions, do not do this. This is absolute trash. Don't do this. Buses do not stop on a dime the way a car can. So you pulling your car or your motorcycle in front of the bus as it's moving, that can end really ugly for everybody involved.
He ain't lying.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Okay, so I'm not sure which country this takes place in, but in the United States, we don't back the buses up. Okay, we do, but we don't.
What?
So we're only supposed to back the buses when absolutely necessary. So for instance, here in Sacramento, the buses that I drive, we have to back our buses when we're parking in the garage. So we are authorized to back up when we're parking. But when we're on normal city streets, we're not gonna have a car or a motorcycle person force us to put our bus in reverse and back up on city streets. We do not do that. Now, if there are occasions when a bus needs to go back to a bus stop, the driver is not gonna be instructed to back the bus up on the city street to get back to the stop. They would more than likely go around the block, go around the corner, bend the block, go around in a circle and come back to the stop. They're not gonna reverse. So this is completely unrealistic, at least in the United States.
He ain't lying.
Now where I'm at here in Sacramento, if the transit bus needs to back up on a city street, they will send a road supervisor out to spot us and assist us with backing the bus up. Because there are some situations where it's necessary. If there's some sort of crazy car accident or a fatality or a crime scene, and we drive right up on that crime scene and the whole road is blocked, then we're gonna probably have to back up. But of course, the road supervisor will assist us. But I do understand the purpose of this video was to show someone doing a kind gesture and trying to help someone out. And for that, I respect it. But this is just extremely unrealistic as far as cutting the bus off and forcing the bus driver to reverse back. And then it makes it look like the bus driver was just trying to be mean, which in this situation, I don't think so. It just appears that the man showed up as the bus was leaving the stop. They're not showing where the guy, the older gentleman, was standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and the bus just goes right past them. Now that will be mean and malicious and evil, especially if the bus is in service and that's a designated bus stop on the route that that bus driver was operating.